Hey everybody, Jason back again, and today we're doing a video that I've been wanting to do for a really long time and have put a lot of thought into it. It's kind of a fun video for me, and I'm going to be making fun of some people that are also on YouTube. So here it goes. It's about knives. It's about the one and only knife you're supposed to ever need, which I believe is a total nonsense statement, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. This, probably the only knife you'll ever need. This more a companion. Maybe it's the only knife you'll ever need. Or perhaps this guy right here, the only knife you'll ever need. Or this one, maybe you don't need anything all that big. Maybe this is the only knife you'll ever need. Or you can go a little crazy and get one of these that truly is supposedly claimed by the experts the only knife you'll ever need, because it has so many features built into it. It can do so many tasks. Or maybe it's not. All these guys that go on YouTube, all these experts, these fellas that are craftsmen in their field, that spend so much time working with knives, and they deem that this knife or that knife is the best knife to do the most amount of tasks really, really well. And they go and they design their own knives that do all the tasks pretty darn well. Well, you know what? They stand there and talk about only having one knife and only ever needing one knife, and guess what? They've got a neck knife dangling on their neck. They've got a folder in their pocket, and I guarantee you they've got some kind of a multi-tool, whether it's a little guy like this, or it's, you know, a full-size Leatherman or Gerber or SOG or whatever. They've got a full-size multi-tool on them as well. And I'm willing to bet that no matter just about everywhere they're at, they've got their keys. And guess what? Lots of us outdoors fellas and knife guys have a knife on our keys. You know, so they sit there and they talk about having only one knife and only ever needing one knife. And yet they've got, even when they talk about it, they've got multiple knives on them, multiple tools on them. Why? I'll tell you why. You already know why. It's because not every knife can do every task equally as well, or even close to it. The Tom Brown tracker knives that that one fella designed, and lots of people are copying. Here's a cheap knockoff copy. I'm not going to pay the $200+ that most of his models are, for especially with the D2 steel. I don't really think that that's the greatest steel for that particular type of knife, but you know, that's again only my opinion. But I think that you know, when you get a knife that has all these crazy things going on with it, it may be good at doing this task and that task and another task and another task, but each part of that knife can only do that task so well, because the other parts of that knife are conflicting and causing issues with its ability to be really, really good at one task or another. So something that can do it all, yeah, nice try. I'm sure most of y'all know the saying, every tool has its purpose. Use the right tool for the right job. Those are common sayings, household phrases that have been out there for decades and decades and decades. And yet people still stand here and they say that you only need this. This is the only thing you'll ever need, and it does everything the best. Bull. That's a load of crap in my opinion. So, shoot. There's lots of tasks where a knife is the worst idea in the world. What you need is some kind of an axe, whether it's a smaller camping axe like this, or if it's a full-size, splitting axe or a maul used for doing lots of, large log cutting and breaking down for firewood and such. So maybe this is actually what you need. See, there went that knife. What good is he? He couldn't even stay in the wood. So, that's kind of my rant and rave that I wanted to do today. What I wanted to talk about is don't get yourself worked up and looking online and watching YouTube videos one after another of all these fellas and guys and gals telling you that you only need one knife and this is the knife that gets every job done just as well as any other. That's lies. Those are all lies. Most of us are going to have several different knives. Plenty of us have dozens of knives, and we use each of them in their own ways, and some are better at some tasks, others are better at other tasks. And that's what it's about. And everybody's different as far as what they like and what performs well for them. It's going to be totally different from what works best and performs the best for someone else. It's like that with lots of things in life. So why get caught up? Why spend hours and hours and hours and waste your time and energy trying to figure out what's the best one? Enjoy the craftsmanship. Enjoy the versatilities or the specific capabilities that one knife has that others don't, and how one knife can do one particular task, one job, so much better than anything else you own. So you use that knife for that task all the time, and you enjoy it, and it makes quick work of the job at hand. And you couldn't be happier with that knife for doing that job. And then have another knife that handles another job. That's what it's all about. It's about originality, it's about craftsmanship, it's about personal preference, it's about looks, it's about materials in the knives themselves. Take all those factors in to your own and develop your own preferences. Find out for yourself what you like and don't like, and quit relying and putting all your faith into one fellow that tells you that these knives are garbage and this is what you want and this is what's the best. Do your own research. Do your own experimentation. A lot of things are returnable these days, whether it's Amazon or other companies that sell and distribute knives. If you don't like it, return it. If anything breaks, most companies out there have really good warranties. So don't worry about that. You don't need to spend $200, $300 on a good knife for doing feather sticks. You don't need to spend $500 to $800 on a knife that's going to cut your tomatoes thinner than anything else. Get what you like, spend what you want to spend on it, and enjoy the knives that you have and the tools that you have. And that's all I gotta say. So I hope you learned something. I hope this got you rethinking about the stress and how much you need to relax and chill about the process of finding the right knives for you or the right tools for you. So till next time, Jason, I'm out. Thanks for watching.